Hello? Hi. Hey. I thought making a adventure with everybody would be fun. There was that one time we made that dungeon on Twitch, and I was like, man, that'd be fun, but we should, like, make an adventure, which would be cool. So I got a poll thing. I think it works. Let's find out. Yeah, okay, so it's on screen. Let's see. All right, so I've got a document here. We've got a basic adventure outline, at least how I like to write adventures for like D&D and stuff. Let's just start off with the type of adventure that we want to do. Vanilla D&D. Okay, there's a lot of really good ones. Not Poop World. Horror, you should be able to vote. So there's a lot of options. The chat immediately slows down as you all begin typing. Guys, a dating sim? How do we frame a D&D game around a dating sim? How do we do that? How do we... Colton putting vote 6, you heathens. The $2. Thanks, buddy. All right, I guess we're doing dating sim. If that's what you guys want to do, I'm super down for it. It's just going to be very interesting to try to get this to work. Congratulations, dating sim wins. Amazing job, everybody. I'm so proud of you. Cool. So we need a villain. So we're gonna have to come up with a villain for this dating sim, which I think could be done. Not really sure what that looks like. Let's just frame out what this villain sort of looks like. Like, what could their species potentially be? A rat. A rat. Okay, cool. That's really funny. Rat's our first suggestion for villain. I'm seeing a lot for Zerial. Brain rat, demon, dragonborn, bees? Not bees. Congratulations, everybody. You did it. The winner is bees. One bee has won, just by barely. Barry from the Bee Movie trying to date your entire party. BBG is just the letter B. It's not the letter B. It's an actual bee. One bee. A bee. Is it a big bee or is it a small bee? The villain should style themselves as a deadly dating show host. They kidnap people from throughout the land to find their hive queen. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Working title, The Bee's Knees. Small bee looks to be winning, which is really funny. Small bee. A single small bee is our villain. There's so many questions I have. Are they sentient? That's what's really important here. Okay, is the bee sentient? All right, so the bee is sentient. We've decided that. The bee is definitely sentient. What is this bee good at? Bee holder, a bard, a cupid bee, betrayer, rat. Okay, so I've seen a lot for Ratatouille. A bee-barian. That's really dumb. And then you all vote on doors. Wonderful. Door powers! Okay, we've got a lot of suggestions for why they have door powers. Monsters Inc. as our first one, which is, I guess, like, they have a vast amount of doors in a warehouse and they can go into them to go into people's houses. The bee has the power to open the door to your heart. So figurative door. Dooromancy, dimension door, multi-class with windows. Door mimics? Door warlock patron. Game show host. It's that the bee has made a labyrinth, a doorngeon labyrinth, and it's a dating game show. So it's a dating sim in a dungeon that the players have to go through, and behind door number 1, behind door number 2, and the concept of that is really interesting. It's like the villain's a bee. Like, why are they a bee? That question may never be answered. It could just be that a bee is there. His name is Dorian. A bee who can literally summon doors. They don't do anything. They are just doors. They just create doors like that, the Rick and Morty bit, the real fake doors. They just go nowhere. They're just floating doors. Whose door is it anyway? That's funny. The game show one is really, really funny. I don't know where this door fascination really started with. I love it. I think the door thing started when we were doing doorngeon, and it was like, there was the option for another door, and you could just create like lots of doors, and everybody was just voting for doors. Look at all those bees and doors. It looks like we've got a game show host bee as our villain. This bee has created a doorngeon of sorts that acts as a dating game show. Is it that the players have to like work through it? We'll get to that, I guess, but I guess that's sort of like our backstory with the bee. Yeah, let's vote on a name, and then we can sort of get an idea of what they look like. So more doors. We'll get to the doors, guys. I promise. B, B, E, G, name. Bumble was one. B, Harvey is another one I keep seeing. Lord of Swarms. Not Jacob Beads. We are not doing that. Jacob Buzz. Guys, stop. No. Oh my god. All right, fine. I'm putting Jacob Beads. But if you all vote for them, I don't vote for Jacob Beads because Lord of Swarms or Beelsby Bub. You know, Beelsby Bub is pretty funny, guys. Bees nuts. God damn it. Blake Russell, thanks for the $10. The bee draws power from the gratification of others. Thus, by hosting this game show, the bee will slowly become more powerful than anyone else. That's super interesting backstory. We maybe could add that in. Do they want people to fall in love and then leave? That's what they feed their power off, is like people who live long, happy lives, loving one another. The bee grows in power. They feed off the pollen of love. That could be the name of the game show too. The bee gains power every time someone opens the door. The game show is just for fun. That's so dumb. It doesn't matter at all. It just made the game show for fun, but every time somebody opens a door, that's where the bee gets power. All right. I'm closing the poll. Whatever. Almost 500 of you voted. The name of the goddamn villain is Jacob Beads, Lord of Swarms. I can't believe this. Is the villain me? Are we implying that it's me? Is it me or is it just a bee named Jacob Beads? Here, look in all of its glory. You did it, chat. Congratulations. Who is Jacob Beads? It's you, Jacob, but as a bee. Number 2, it's a bee, not you. This is really close, actually. I'm gonna let you guys decide over this one. I have no say in this anymore, all right? I don't want either of these options. We can't know for certain you aren't a bee in this world. You don't. You guys don't even know if there's one of me or many of me. I can copy myself consistently. I do to my videos all the time. Jacob, you should dress up as a bee for the session. I shit you all not. I have a video when I was a kid. I think I was like 6, 7, or 8 years old. It's a video of me and my sister, and we were playing. We had like a tub of costumes, like a huge tub of costumes. And my mom was recording us, like putting on costumes and stuff. And my sister is in like Padme Amidala costume from like Attack of the Clones on. But I'm in a bee costume. I'm in a giant bee costume. It's huge. It's literally like this big. It has like a headpiece too. It has like leotard underneath. And it goes black all the way to my arms and my legs. It has a stinger on the back. And it has like floppy little head things. And I'm running around and I'm just going bzzz, and I'm trying to sting my mom. I promise you all, I have a real video of this. I will find it. Maybe if my mom, hey, are you busy right now? We're making an adventure right now. The villain that they've made for the adventure is a bee, just a regular bee, but they've decided to name the bee Jacob Beads, and they want the bee to be me. I'm only here for confirmation, for proof that there's a video of me when I was a kid running around in a bee costume.
Yes, there is. I can actually, when I go home, I could find it, and I can upload it later for proof, but yes, there
You should.
is.
You need to get it to me, because this is really stupid.
It's perfect that they want you to be the bee. You're really good at it.
Oh my god. All right. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. It is literally Jacob. I am the bee. I, as a bee, have created a doorngeon of sorts that acts as a dating game show. So that's interesting. Holy shit, it's XP to level 3's mom, milestone to level 5. Don't you know GM self-inserts are bad? Yeah, I know that they're bad. I didn't pick this, all right? I just put it in because I saw it a bunch. We're going down a dark road. I can feel it. Why has Jacob Beads decided to create this doorngeon? There were a couple of suggestions. One of them was that, like, I need door power, so, like, doors opening equal power. Dormammu cursed Jacob into being a bee for not running the doorngeon fast enough. Me/the bee has to run the game show. I'm running it because I feed power off of people. So I guess like feed off love. The winner of the game show ends up as a host and gets turned into a bee. So I'm trying to get someone to win. Winner becomes bee. So I've already won. Instead of a lifetime of love, I instead got turned into a bee, and now I'm trying to get somebody else to be the bee so that I can be with the person that I fell in love with during the dating sim. That's interesting. A military force called the Keepers spammed Fog Cloud in my home and tore your hive to pieces, killing my family. And so now I run a game show? Chat has blackmailed you into becoming the host or we leak the bee costume video. It doesn't need to leak. You know, I love to yes and, but I'm willing to show that bee video. It's really funny, and I just want to prove to you all how crazy of a coincidence it is. Call the game show Be the Bee. Winner of the game show gets with Jacob Beads. Loser becomes doors made of bees. Wow. Number 5 is genius because it not only, it explains why I'm a bee, but it explains why I'm doing what I'm doing. And also why there's like so many doors behind everything too, because it's like I'm trying to hide what's really going on. I don't want anybody to know I'm a bee. So the fact that I'm a bee is something that wouldn't be revealed until later. So it looks like winner becomes bee is our, Jacob participated in a cursed dating game show that turns you into a bee if you win. Jacob won and replaced the host and is now the bee host known as Jacob Beads. Jacob is trying to get someone else to win the game show so he can be free. So at least a player character by the end of this is going to become a bee. But maybe there's a way that they could stop the curse somehow. Maybe if nobody wins, I'm like, no, please, I don't want to be a bee anymore. I'm cursed to this existence. What happens after the host is replaced? It's just that they become the new bee host, the Lord of Swarms, and they have to get somebody else to win it. And this horrible cycle continues. Jay Walker, thanks for the $5. You being a bee is the big reveal, and you could foreshadow it with really bad puns. That's a great idea. We could foreshadow it. This is a dating sim, and it's like a game show, basically. There has to be 2 winners. So what happens to the second winner? They become a door? They get eaten by 204 bees. They eat you because they become a hornet. They get squished by a door. They fight to the death. They become a bird? That's so dumb. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's really dumb, but it's really smart, because then the name of the show is like The Birds and the Bees. Oh, it's really stupid. Start poll. These are all good. They become a door is really thematic with you guys in the Twitch chat nonsense. They become a flower is really cute. It makes sense as to why they're not like hosting either. They become a wasp is a little more nefarious. They become a bird is just a really good pun, to be honest. Birds and the bees, and it's a dating show, and that's really funny. It's very clever of you all. Vote for 5 if it's like they both become hosts, and we now need to create a second villain that is also the host. I don't know if it's Spencer or somebody else. The doors are all the previous losers. Oh my goodness. It's getting into Saw territory with that shit. It's a game show, but all the doors are people? I didn't even realize that at first. A lot of you were saying birds, and I was like, what? A bird? That doesn't make any sense. And then somebody put birds and the bees, and I was like, oh my god. I hate how smart that is. What happens when a door is destroyed? We have not established if the people are doors. I'm going to see how many yeses and nos I get in the chat right now. The previous losers being doors, is that something that we want to do? It looks like yes. That's a lot of yeses. Yeah, okay. The winners become a bird and a bee. That's pretty funny. And then the losers become doors? Let me poll that one. Pretty unanimous vote here. The people are doors. What's up? Oh, we got baby time here. All right, small break, everybody. Hi. Say hi to chat. Say hi. Yeah. I don't mean to spoil this for you, but I'm a bee. That's all you get to know is that I've been turned into a bee.
Like a bug?
Yeah, I'm a normal, regular-sized, sentient bee. I'm Jacob Beads, Lord of Swarms. Hey guys, can we vote? Does Marcy look more like me or like Spencer?
You look more like your dad.
No, I don't know about that. You're so sweet. There, the poll's on screen. Sorry, guys. She also a bee? No, she's not a bee. I'm a bee. Oh, it says doors, oak, potato, and baby. Why does it say that? It says oak, potato, baby. What the hell?
You are potato baby.
Are you potato baby? Let me start the new one. There we go. Okay, restarted the poll. Oh my gosh. They voted that she looks more like you.
Oh.
Good. Thank you, chat.
Nobody
Thanks for
else
making my
thinks
wife
so.
feel better.
Yeah.
Because everybody's been saying she looks like me, and I'm like, what? She looks like Spencer. What are you guys talking about? Thank you. Cool. Ending the vote there. Where's the bee?
It's right there.
There's a bee on the shirt. You're very sweet. I love you.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Let's go.
See you later. All right, gamers. So it appears that the winner becomes a bird and the bee. The losers become doors. The doors scream. Yeah, somebody said there could be like carbonite doors. So the contestants of the game show, are they the doors? Is the party trying to date themselves? Or is there NPCs the party has to, they're trying to date? The party dates themselves. There are NPCs. Or is it they date they fall in love with doors, which is kind of weird, because like they would have to choose a door, which is like previous loser. So I don't know if that's going to work. All of the above. We'll do that as well. Sentient doors are asking questions to the party. That's interesting. It's like behind the door, but it's actually just the door. You vote one for the party has to date themselves. It's a dating show within the party. Or there's NPCs they get to date. That's vote 2. You could vote 3 for romance the doors. They're dating all the door because they're the previous losers, so there's like people in them. Or it's all of the above. The dating show is themselves. There's also NPCs and potentially the previous losers, which are the doors. Which is, to be fair, pretty cool. I just don't know how we incorporate the doors. Would the doors not want anybody to date them because they know that like if they do, it's gonna be like a bad time? The weird part about dating with the doors is that like would the doors try to inform the party? Are they just wanting love? Are they permanently stuck here? Or would they be warning the party to leave? They don't know the old losers are doors, right? But if they can talk to the doors, why wouldn't the doors tell them, hey, you're gonna get turned into a door, a bee, and a bird. You should get the fuck out of here. Doors are past losers and they want out, so they're... Oh, so are you freed if you fall in love? No, not really. You're not freed if you fall in love because you just get turned into a bird or a bee. I guess the winning door becomes a bird. Yeah, that's true. If a door gets a kiss, it can escape. If the doors are rejected, they live? That's interesting. Okay, so all of the above. So obviously we have NPCs, we have players, and we have doors. Door is freed when there's a new winner. That's interesting. So then there can only be like a set amount of doors. Well, that's fine too. Okay, cool. So let's vote on that then. That's really interesting. Why do doors want romance? They get freed if there's a new winner. The doors are under Gesh, but are trying to free the players by being disruptive and destructive, so they act as villains during the show. Okay, so the doors are under mind control, basically. They're trying to free the players, so they're like villains. If the doors romance someone, they take their place. Oh, that's interesting. The doors are all mimics? I don't know about that. That kind of goes against the lore that we've established. So why do the doors want romance? You vote 1 for it. They get freed if there's a new winner. The 2 winners become a bird and a bee, and then all the losers in that round become the new doors, and then all the old doors get to be freed. So they try to romance somebody so that they can be freed. Vote 2 for the doors are under mind control. They're villainous, and they're trying to stop the party, or they're trying to... They want out, but they're trying to get the party to help the villain because Jacob Beads doesn't want to be a bee anymore, but they try to hint to the party that it's a bad idea. Vote 3 for they don't want to romance anybody. They try to warn, but they're controlled via Beads. I guess 2 and 3 are sort of the same thing. No, the number 2 is the doors are under mind control. Number 3 is they're not under mind control, but Jacob Beads, me, will destroy them if they don't help. But maybe there are some who try to warn them. So 2 for mind control, 3 for threatened. 4 is if they romance somebody during the the game show, then they get replaced by that person. Which is weird because it's like, there could be this interesting story where they're trying to fall in love together, but they have to sacrifice them in the end and they get betrayed. And so they're like a real horrible loser. But we're also acting under the assumption the players could potentially remove this curse. So this is all just lore and backstory behind this game show, right? I like the idea of what's behind door number 2 and the door being like, don't do it, man. You got to get out of here, please. I want to see my kids again. I just want to see my... And then it opens. That is pretty interesting. 4 is winning, which is who they romance sort of like replaces them. The players are going through the dungeon, the game show. And as they're going through it, they can romance each other. They can romance NPCs, but the doors... have people in them, and they're also trying to romance them because if they manage to romance somebody, at the end of the game, they switch. So it's like this person and a door fall in love. But then they have to, like, leave the door behind, which is kind of weird. The bird left secret notes about how the game show works, but their writing is horrendous, required. Yeah. That's interesting that the bird The bird is trying to help them, and they leave notes that are in like terrible script. You can tell it's like written by a bird. We ran the doorngeon on Arcane Arcade. We ran it like almost a year ago, actually. So it's on that channel if you guys want to go check it out. All right, so it looks like we've got Who They Romance replaces them, which is interesting. Personally, I think I'm more of a fan of number 2. It's sort of like the doors act as like a trap and then inform the party that they can be trapped within the doors. It's just that in the past, nobody's ever really like decided to romance a door, which is kind of weird. With number 2 as well, it's sort of like, okay, you romance the door and then you become the door and the other person comes out. And then they realize that there's like a curse going on. But then that kind of sucks for the player in the moment because they didn't know that. And number 1 kind of works because it wouldn't be until the very end. It's like if they romance the door, then they get to replace them. So the doors are trying really hard to romance them so that at the end, when the results are tallied from the game show, they get to be free. But the weird part about that one, if a party member romances a door, they have to then continue through the game show dungeon, but like leave the door behind. Maybe they can like communicate with them some way. Like maybe they can like communicate with like their knobs. So like they take the knob off and they can like continue to communicate with them somehow. Number 2 is an easier way to do it because then it's more like a trap. They fall in love with the door. And then the door's like, so we'll be together. And the party's like, yes. And they like switch. A person comes out of the door. I just joined. Welcome. We're talking about Doors dating show Bees. That's what's happening. They romance doors and only doors. They get a secret ending. Yeah, the secret ending is that they all become doors. They all get stuck. Get your knob off. You want to take my knob off? That's one of the doors. One of the doors is just like, please take my knob off. We could be together forever. How did the cycle start in the first place? We don't know. We don't know how the cycle started. There's been a few cycles and nobody remembers. It's just a loop that continues to happen within this place. We'll go to 3 minutes here. We'll let it go like 5 more seconds. As soon as they fall in love, they become a door. We've got our backstory. We've got our backstory pretty good. We got it down. There was one more thing I wanted to figure out with the door. I wanted to find out what do the doors look like? Regular doors, Han Solo carbonite doors. So there's like people like trapped in them, or is it that it's like subtle features, knob or knocker? Knockers. Vote 1 for regular doors, vote 2 for Han Solo carbonite doors, vote 3 for subtle features of the person who's trapped within the door. God of Bees was rejected by Goddess of Love. Yeah, the carbonite door idea is really neat. It's really creepy too. It kind of gives off like a strange sort of like unsettling nature of it, but it also informs the party that there are people within the doors, sort of tipping them off kind of early that they may get stuck in them. There can be a really old book somewhere in the dungeon that says the backstory of how the game show started. Like a really old wizard was all alone. He transformed a person into a bee, but the wizard died. That's interesting. It looks like subtle features like the knob or little parts of the door. It's still a door. There's little things that sort of tip off that there may be a person stuck inside, but the obvious thing is going to be that the door can speak. So can they only talk to the doors if they're holding them, or can the door just speak? Wooden Han Solo doors that move and talk. They move? That's not even a door. It's just a piece of wood. When does a door become a door? Is a door always a door? Or is a door only a door when it covers a hole on a wall? Some primordial beginning of all life. There was nothing, then there was doors. We'll close this one. It looks like subtle features wins. When is a door a door? Can we decide this? Why is the door caked up? Guys, this door is just caked up. Have you guys ever seen a door like this? I've never seen a door with a butt before. Guys, when I open the door, it goes... It's crazy. I don't know how that happens. It has to cover a hole. That's my thought too. You can't just have a piece of wood with a handle on it. Like you could put a handle on it, you could recognize that is a door, but to me it's not really a door. It's only a door when it's on a wall plugging up a hole. Now it's a real door. Okay, glad we decided this. Great job, everybody. How do the doors speak? Telepathy. Have to hold doorknob. They can just talk. Not moans. Yeah, telepathy makes the most sense. They just walk in a room, they hear over a loudspeaker, now you will see what is behind door number 1. And door number 1's like, hey, what's up? I'm a guy. And I like long walks on the beach. Party's like, wow, who are you? The door's like, I'm a door. So the doors can just talk. Last door related pull, which is creak sound. Normal creak sound, unique to each door. Number 3 is that they moan. And number 4 is that they ooh-woo. There you go. It's unique to each door. That's cool. Depending on who's in the door, it makes a different sound. It'd be kind of fun if the combat was the dating part of the game. You roll initiative, and each ability you do in the game is part of the dating aspect. The one door that hates the sound of its hinges squeaking. Yeah, that's cool too. It's like, please don't open me. I hate the sound. Please don't. A different moan for each door. Yeah, I mean, it could totally be a ooh or a moan, but it could be like, depending on who is in it. It could be that, like, they have to make the creak sound, the person who's in it. They're compelled. So when you go to the door and you open it, they're like, oh, hey, where are you gonna go now? Like, they have to make the sound. They're like, oh, please don't do that. Please, you're making me make very noises that I don't want to. Please just close the door. Thank you. Okay, great. We've got the lore down. We've got the basis of the adventure. Now we need to know, like, where the adventure starts. We're starting off our adventure. We have our players within our game here. Everybody's made characters. And we've told them ahead of time in like a session 0 that this is like a dating sim. We'll probably do what we did last time with this stream, which is that the chat will vote on what the party gets to play. But regardless, where does the game start? Where does the adventure begin? It could be that it starts literally they get teleported into the game show. They hear about it and they have to sign up for it. It's at a tavern, so tavern is 1. It starts in the doorngeon. It's the end of the doorngeon. Continuation of doorngeon. I keep seeing a lot for Ravenloft. The party just wakes up in whatever camping location or inn they're staying and gets co-opted into being the stage for the game show. And they just wake up on set and somehow slept through it all. The Feywild, yeah, Feywild's strong. They open a random door and it teleports them in. That's pretty good. These are all very interesting. Of course, they open a random door. I've never said door this many times in my life. This is insane. All the doors are the doors to the rooms of the inn. It's just in the inn. That's kind of interesting. Tavern has an entire 3 votes. 4 votes. I swear, I saw so many people putting tavern, and then everybody just went, nah. I took a shot every time you said door and now I'm dead. No, don't do that. Bees love hexagonal rooms. Imagine 6 doors, 2 to a room. Oh, that's interesting. So all the rooms could be hexagons. Remember, write that down, chat. Write that down. Remember that for when we're designing the dungeon. If you guys want hexagonal rooms, because Jacob Beads is the ruler of it. So our winner will wake up in the game show. It has been co-opted. How will they buy gear? I don't know. We need to find out the level of the adventure as well. Yeah, vote 3 or vote 20 or vote 5 or vote 8 or vote 10 or vote 11. 3 is good because it's pretty simplified. Level 3 is a good starting spot. Plus it's a dating sim. You're not going to be doing anything crazy. Level 20 is pretty funny for the meme. You tell all the players, guys, level 20 adventure, and it's a dating sim. And they're like, what? They'll have insane godlike powers, but they're trying to stop a bee. Level 5 is good too because it's like right in the middle. The players will have some abilities, so if we wanted to have some harder combats, 5's a good medium. Guys, it's XP to level 3. Yeah, I know. How very meta of you all. I want level 20 because it'll scare the players. Yeah, it's funny. Downside to being level 3. If they're trying to stop the curse, they may not have the magic or the capability to do so, and we'll have to make more of a beginner quest. But that's okay because the adventure is a dating sim, so it doesn't necessarily have to be insane. The bad part about level 20 is that the players have to make level 20 characters, spend all that time leveling up to 20 to probably not do a lot of combat. All right, it looks like it's a tie? Is it a tie? Wow, level 5. Level 5 won by 1 point. Level 3 is 67 votes. Level 5 is 68 votes. That is insane. So this is a level 5 adventure. I think that's pretty good. It makes sense. We'll have some fights in there. The players will have some pretty good abilities, but for the most part, they're not going to be doing anything super crazy because it's a dating sim. We'll kind of wrap up this stream a little bit with our last couple of preliminary things, which is sort of like our plot hooks and encounters. Well, I don't think we're going to do that yet. I don't know if we need this parts yet. I think we're really just built like another dungeon, and we need to come up with what each section of the game show is. Do you guys think this is a one-shot, or is it like a campaign, or is it like 3 adventures? Let's decide. How many games? All right, guys. I'm going to step in. I only have to step in for this one bit because I don't have the time or the resources to stream a 10 campaign adventure. Not a campaign, so 1 shot or a 3 shot. I think that's pretty good. Campaign would be funny, but then I couldn't run it. I'd need to run like 1 game. Turn this joke stream into a 3-year-long campaign. That'd be amazing. Maybe one day. Once we really hone our adventure craft, that'll definitely happen. A 3 shot? That makes sense. That makes sense. Really build up to the end of this. It's the rounds of the game show, maybe? Is it too late to ask all the PCs B-Bards? When we stream it, you guys can vote what the players will be. So it looks like this is a 3-shot, which is pretty cool. And that is gonna wrap up our first section of the adventure. So just to recap what we've done here, what we've created. Type of adventure, this is a dating sim. And our villain for this adventure is a regular-sized sentient bee who has door powers. The backstory is that this bee has created a doorngeon, or they haven't really created it. They inherited a doorngeon of sorts that acts as a dating game show. And the villain for our adventure is Jacob Beads, Lord of Swarms. It is literally me, but I'm a bee. What happened was I participated in a cursed dating game show that turns you into a bee if you win. It also turns the other winner, because it's a dating show, into a bird. So it's a bird and a bee. I won. I replaced the host, and I am now the bee host, known as Jacob Beads. I am trying to get someone else to win the game show so I can be freed. Me being a bee is not revealed into the end. It's a Wizard of Oz style dungeon game show crawl that is foreshadowed with puns. And if you win the game show, whoever you win with becomes a bird and a bee. And then you are now the host of the show, and you're cursed in this horrible cycle. The players during the game will be trying to romance party members, NPCs, and also doors. We'll probably have to find a way. The only way they can progress through the dungeon, the game show, is if they are participating in the romance mini games. We don't know exactly how the entire game actually works. We don't know who the bird is yet. That'll be our last vote. We'll vote on the bird right before we get out of here. Players will try and romance party members, NPCs, and also doors, because the losers of the previous game shows became the doors. So the doors want to romance, because if they manage to romance someone, they replace them immediately. So if they get somebody to love them, they just switch out. Player becomes the door, then they're cursed into this door. This acts as a trap that the party must try to avoid. However, it also gives them information that the whole game show is cursed, which means that we have to make the doors really hot. The doors have to be really enticing. The doors have subtle features that relate to their previous mortal forms, like a knob, a knocker, a handle. The doors can just speak, and the hinges creak a unique sound depending on who is the door. The adventure starts as the players rest anywhere. When they wake up, their surrounding environment has been co-opted into this game show. Possible hexagonal rooms, because bees, lol. This is a level 5 adventure, it's 3 adventures. Yeah, huge knockers. Huge knockers, guys. Thick doors. That's really funny. Oh, man. We'll give some of the doors really big knockers or hinges, or just make them thick, or a really long knob. But we do need to vote on a last thing. Who is the bird? Because there's a bee and a bird. I'm the bee. Who's the bird? The bird could potentially be Spencer, but it could also just be anybody. It could be a random NPC that you guys want to come up with. I'll put Spencer in as number 1. Jack can be number 2. Zariel, sure. Zariel's number 3. Have I made a video on the channel about how much I like Zariel, or do you just all collectively know that somehow? I know I mentioned it here and there, but I don't think I've sat down, made a video, and been like, guys, did you know I love Zariel? You guys just inherently know this. The name of the dating show, The Love Dungeon. That's pretty good. Spence Bird. God, Craig, Logan, Runesmith. All right, Runesmith can be number 4. Chat is the bird. Strahd? Strahd's funny. There's a lot for God. God with 3 question marks. Matthew Mercer? That's funny. Titivolus. Sure, that's great. Tivolish is number 8. Vote for who is the bird. I have nothing to say about these votes, really. They're all great. You guys have come up with some amazing stuff here. Always impressed. I go into this stream, doorngeon stream 2, just go into it thinking that this is going to be utter complete chaos. It is not going to go well at all. But you guys do have some, not only a lot of cohesion, but you come up with good puns too. The bird and the bee thing. I was really surprised by that. The chat still has, you guys still have a collective consciousness, thought of some kind. I remember when we ran the Doorngeon adventure, which if you want to go watch is on Arcane Arcade, it was so much fun. Weirdly, one of the most fun games we've played. I just recently messaged everybody in our group chat, and I was like, guys, the Doorngeon was almost a year ago. We were just talking about it for a while. We were like, dang, that game was so much fun. So, you guys are the best. You guys can stick to a bit, no doubt. You guys find something, you just latch right onto that shit. So it's Matthew Mercer. I wasn't even looking at the poll. I just saw Matthew Mercer. He's the bird. That's really funny. Can he talk, or is it that he's trapped in the bird and it isn't revealed into the end? Matthew Bird, sir. Wow, that's it. That's amazing. Y'all did it. Matthew Mercer is the bird. That means I was in this dating sim with Matthew Mercer. At the end, we were like, yeah, we just love each other so much, which I would do. Totally would try to romance Matthew Mercer. I don't know if he'd do the same to me. Imagine the bird with wristbands. It has wristbands. Oh my gosh, it has little wristbands. Its hair is like, it's like parted to the side. It's kind of long. Okay, last vote. This is really important because this will influence our decision. Can Matthew Bird Sir speak? Because we liked the idea that the bird can help the party, but if they can speak to them, is it Matthew Mercer who just kind of explains everything and what's happened as a bird? Or is he like, he's in a bird, he's like, tweet, 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 and he acts very Matthew Mercer-y, but he's trying really hard to get the party to like break the curse. Like he's trying to save everybody. And I, Jacob Beads, am like, I just don't want to be a bee anymore. I just wanted to romance Matthew Mercer, and now I'm a bee, and all my friends are doors. A lot of votes for yes. The party shows up and the bird kind of descends down and he's like, hello everyone. Welcome to this game show where I've been turned into a bird. Or it's Matthew Mercer, he can speak, but he's just really good at making the bird sounds. He's like, but it's not bird sounds, it's Matthew Mercer doing really good bird sounds. So it looks like Matthew Birdser can speak. It would depend on what kind of bird he is. I'm imagining like a blue jay, but this is something we'll vote on next time. Like he could be a raven too, and like mimic sounds really good. That would just make so much sense because Matthew Mercer's a voice actor and he's already really good at mimicking sounds. So it could be that he can't speak, but if he's a raven, he could mimic sounds already and it would tip the party off and be like, what the fuck is this Matthew Mercer? All right. That's the end of the poll. Looks like Matthew Mercer, he can talk. He's just a talking bird. And he's going to show up and he's going to be like, hey, everybody, I'm prolific voice actor, DM of Critical Role, Matthew Mercer, and I'm a bird. You have to help. We got a good, solid 2.5 hours of world building, lore building for adventure, which is fantastic. Get Matt to DM it. Yeah, I'm sure Matthew Mercer would love to DM this. I'm sure we could hit him up and just let him know. I swear to God, guys, Matt follows me on Twitter now. When I uploaded the recent Critical Role clip video that had like me sitting at the table as everybody, he and Sam responded to it on Twitter. It really, really made me happy. I DM'd him and then he DM'd me. It was really nice. It was super cool. That is my only interaction that I have with him, that I've ever had with him in years. If he finds out about this, if he learns that we've turned him into a bird that I romanced, it's all gonna be over. We can't go from that to this. It'd be like, like in our DM, he was like, yeah, man, you make great stuff. Keep it up. And I was like, thank you. You're the best. And then it'd be like, hey, me and Chat made an adventure where like we romanced each other. It's so weird. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Crazy Madness, where a bird and a bee fell in love and my wife is jealous. So stupid. We'll see you guys next time here on the stream. Thanks everybody for joining and have a good one.